Ralphie. You can hear the goldfinches in the tree there. I can see them. They're little yellow, like Christmas balls. Little yellow balls decorating the trees. I hear some more up here. I can't see them. Ralphie's busy getting his fur in order. It's nice and sunny out and warm. That'll be good to dry off. Gotta brush you. Make you all beautiful. I think he's forgiven me purring. He always purrs. I got a little scratch from a dew claw, but that was just by accident. I figure one scratch from a semi-feral barn cat that I'm sticking in a bathtub, well, that's pretty much coming away unscathed, I'd have to say. I cut down my husband cut down this white pine tree that was there and a couple other trees, so my rock garden will get more sun this year. I have some seeds a friend gave me when she went to Alaska, and I'm going to create a Alaska wildflower garden in the back garden here. This garden space it's got my echinacea and little strawberries, but I'm going to put some kind of short sunflowers of different colors in there, so it'll be a sunflower garden. This garden is a perennial garden I made for my grandma Eleanor, because we used to garden together. This garden space is my Shasta daisy and herb garden, and then up this trellis I planted some sweet peas. This garden over there is my raspberry garden, but the raspberries don't really seem to do very well. I don't know why. These two garden spaces, I'm going to till these up, and this one's going to be my snow pea garden, and then over here I'm going to plant my potatoes that I keep over the winter that grow sprouts. And I do plant, oh, there's a red finch in the, here's some garlic sprouts. It hasn't really done very well here, so maybe I'll try it in there, see if it actually produces some decent sized bulbs. It probably would get a lot of sun there. And I might just keep things simple. I have a few hyacinths groupings. There's some purpley ones, and then there's some yellowy orange ones coming up over on the other side. I think in the fall I'm going to plant a few groupings so that in the springtime there's a nice show. I really like hyacinths. Tulips I'm not so keen on. They don't always bloom. I do have a grouping there. Whenever people give me, oh, there's Lucy stalking the birds, little monster. Whenever people give me little pots of, you know, bulbs in the springtime, I always like plant them in different places. I've also bought tulip bulbs and I plant them. I put fertilizer in with them, and sometimes they still don't bloom. So I'm not really a good tulip garden person, but apparently hyacinths do well, and daffodils. Daffodils are my very best favorite spring flower. I'd love to have daffodils all over. Anyway, getting back to Ralphie. He's just sitting in the sun. It's sunny here now that this tree is gone. It's over by the fire pit so that the branches dry out, and then one day I'll burn it. Oh, look at him. Bless him. He's getting his belly there. I gotta get the leaf blower out later and get all these leaves out of here. I got my rototiller out. I did put my pump in the pond, and it did make a whirring noise, but it didn't actually pump any water. So I'll have to take it out and take it apart and check to make sure there's no more debris in there. I did clean it out in the fall and I checked to make sure it worked, but I don't know, maybe some more gooey stuff came loose. There's lots of leaves in here. I did cut some branches. I was going to cut this tree down, but then I like it. And that tree over there right by the chute. But then I like that one too. I did cut some branches off it so that there's a rose bush back there so that it gets more sun because it was getting crowded over. I put my Christmas tree over here. I was going to put it away and then I thought, why don't I just put it by the door to the fairy world? And it did light up last night. So why not? I'll just keep it there. There's a platform here that the original owners of the house had built like a windmill decorative thing, and it fell apart. So one day I'd like to get some kind of a sculpture and put it here. I always like those chainsaw sculptures. Wouldn't a giant bear look nice there? There was one guy whose work I saw, and he had a big T-Rex. That was pretty cool. My niece would like that. Here's some tulips here that I planted last fall, and I don't know, like maybe a couple are gonna flower. Can't really tell. We'll see. This is my grapevine. I've had that a few years. It has